Hello and welcome to another edition of In Focus. I'm your host, Tian Williams. Joining me today is Benzer Uy, a Cal State Fullerton senior majoring in business with a concentration in entertainment and hospitality management. Growing up, he listened to soul, R&B, and Filipino ballads. He started making music during his sophomore year at Fullerton with a group named Benzer and Raf, seeing music as a way to express himself and share his stories and emotions. He has also performed in sold-out tickets at both the House of Blues and Chain Reaction in Anaheim. Please welcome the talented music artist, Benzer Uy. Thank you so much for coming in today.
Hello, thank you for having me. This is really cool. I've never had this before. I never had this experience. This is just really cool. So thank you guys for the opportunity.
Yeah, of course. So we can just start off. You can just tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, I feel like you already kind of said what I was going to say. But yeah, I'm a fourth year graduating senior at Cal State Fullerton. I really loved the entertainment hospitality program at in the business school. Shout out Professor Roberts, one of my favorite professors, helped me a lot during my last 2 years. And yeah, that's really it. You said what I was gonna say, but I mean it's all good because I don't really have a lot to say about myself. So
Okay, then I'll just move on to the next question. So when did you realize that you wanted to pursue becoming an artist as your career?
It was during sophomore year. I actually started making a lot of my music on my iPad. It's crazy. You can actually do a lot of things on your iPad. I'm trying to learn Photoshop right now, just graphic design, stuff like that. But yeah, it was during sophomore year in college. Like you said, I was with my friends, Raf and Andrew. We were just making beats. We were like, whoa, this is kind of cool. But then it came to a point where I was like, dang, this is actually really cool a cool way to express yourself, a cool way to kind of create and have your own expression in some sort of medium, and that medium being, music.
Mm-hmm.
So after that, we kind of made a few more songs, but then I was like, I kind of want to do my own thing. I don't want to hold them back from their schoolwork and stuff. That's why that's how I kind of got into music, and that's where I am right now.
Oh, that's really cool. Is there any specific software you use or apps you use to make your music, or?
On my iPad, I used to use GarageBand a lot. So GarageBand, it's mostly for Apple products.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of limited on the iPad because the iOS. But now I'm on Ableton. Yeah, so I'm on Ableton right now, and there's a lot of stuff to learn just through those softwares. But it's just a really cool experience to see what goes into music, what goes into writing. It's not just oh, let me make a beat, let me put some lyrics over it. There's actually a thought process to it. So
it takes a lot of time then. It's not just let's just do it right now. It's you have to kind of go step by step.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you can, but you'll take a hit to the actual quality of music and stuff. So I really like when people put time and effort into their lyrics and stuff. So
okay, yeah. Cool. Okay, so that goes on to my next question then. So can you tell us about your process behind coming out with your latest single, All Alone in My Room?
The way I like to write music, so I start off with a beat or a melody. So a melody being or something like that. Sometimes I'll just record it on my phone. I'm like, oh, that'd be cool. And then I emulate what I put on my phone or from my voice memos onto whatever software I use. And then you use that to you add some sort of sound like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
And what I like to do, and I'm sure a lot of people do this, but if you write from your own experiences, it means more to you, So when you write from something that happened to you or something that means something to you, it means more. So with that song, it's about being alone, kind of feeling dang, I'm the one that messed up in this relationship or something. I'm the one that kind of messed up what we had going.
Mm-hmm.
And that was from kind of my experience. But it's cool. It's a cool way to kind of let out your feelings and emotions and express it in music, whether it be writing for an artist, for a visual artist, it would be, through art, but through mine, it's with music. So that's my process with it.
Oh, I like that. So for your lyrics, do you just write whatever comes to your head, or like how does that process work for you?
Yeah, so like I said, usually, um, like I try to kind of put it from what I felt at the time, or what I felt going into whatever I've been going through. Like
Mhm.
for my one song called Syrup, it's about just having a good time with my friend, like having a good time with this girl, like having fun, like, going out to the beach, taking a drive, something like that. So like stuff like that's cool. But yeah, when I write, like I said, there's a lot that goes into music. So when you write some lyrics, it can't just be like a poem and then it goes on to the song. Like it has to fit exactly like with the syllables and everything, right? So
Mhm.
yeah, I go from whatever I think, kind of write whatever down, and then I'm like, how could this fit better in the music? How could this line go to this next line but still make sense? So
Yeah, I
that's
feel
what
like
I
it's
do with them.
yeah, I feel like it's kinda hard to make it flow, like, naturally sometimes, right? Like,
Yeah, exactly.
okay, so let's go on to the next question then. How do you feel the EHM program has helped you in your music path, creativity, and on the business side?
Yeah, so like I said, a lot of my, not a lot, maybe like a good amount, but a lot of the business side of it came from my professor, like Professor Roberts. He teaches Buad 360. I forgot which entertainment money management.
Mhm,
So in that you learn a lot about the music side and also hospitality side of like music. Like so like in music especially there's royalties. So where does the who gets what, right?
mhm,
So in music there's actually two sides to it. The songwriter who wrote the melody, who wrote the lyrics, and then also like who made the song, like who owns it, right? Who owns the song? Because sometimes, so like for example, like on the radio, like if you listen to a Drake song, maybe he didn't necessarily write the song, but he performed on it, so he would get some sort of royalty from that. But whoever actually wrote it still gets like a lot of the money because songwriters usually get a lot of the money. So stuff like that. That's what I learned in Professor
mhm,
Roberts' class. It was really cool. I really loved that class because like he's one of those professors that really he cares about his students and he actually like has experience with what he's talking about. So that you can't just have a professor that doesn't have experience. They're like, oh yeah, this is what I da. But like it's not real. Like in my other class, in my other entertainment class, like I have a professor that works for like Netflix and Disney. So it's like whatever he's talking about, I know like okay, he's probably gone through that. So it's really cool.
Oh, that is cool. Yeah, and when they have, like, real life experiences, I feel like it helps them, like, be able to
Exactly.
teach them to you guys because they actually went through it themselves.
Uh-huh. Perfect. Yeah.
Oh, that's really cool. Okay, so next question. What is your favorite song you've written, and what is the meaning behind it?
What's my favorite song? There's a lot of not a lot, maybe 10 songs that I have right now. Okay, my favorite, cause it's really a toss up. But I would say "What's the Plan" is my favorite. Cause that's like the first song I put out, but not on Spotify. It was like one of my first songs that I wrote. Actually, my first song was called "Sold on You" with Anzer and Raph, like my first group. But
Uh-huh.
then like my first one that I made and like put out, it was trash. Like you gotta as an artist or as like a creative, like you're not always gonna do like the best work. Like you have to go to the crappy stuff first, and
Mhm.
then that you'll learn like, oh shoot, I didn't this wasn't loud enough or this wasn't clear. So I would say "What's the Plan." My one of my favorite ones was "What's the Plan." Like that one, like I like a lot. I like to write like love songs and stuff.
Mhm.
So that one's just about like, yeah, I love this girl. She's cool. Um, so it's like the hook is like, tell me what's the plan, baby. We'll go out and you'll be wearing your Vans, well, I'll be wearing my Nikes. So it's just easy. Like sometimes, like when you're in the flow of things, like you can just write it easy. So that was one of those where I was like, oh, this is cool. Da, 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 da. Wrote it down. Um, and yeah, it has like a 90s feel to it. So I like a lot of 90s R&B, a lot of like
Mhm.
slow jams and stuff. So that's probably one of my favorite ones that I wrote.
Oh, that's really cool. I know it sounds kinda catchy, just like you singing right there. I was like, "Oh, it's kinda catchy." I like that. Um, Another question I wanted to, like, bounce off of that. Do you ever get like stuck when you're writing music, and like how do you get over that if you do ever get stuck when you're writing
Yeah,
songs?
I feel like that's yeah, that's really like a normal thing. Definitely they say to take breaks and that does help. So like when I was making my most recent song All Alone in My Room, like I would literally work like 6 hours at a time just messing around on my piano, messing around on like, oh, should this be louder or something? Um, but then like it gets to a point where it's like it's everything sounds the same like every time I fix it. So like yeah, it's definitely smart to take breaks and take a rest, like rest your ears. Definitely because it's like also it should be you should think of your safety as well, right? But yeah, like in terms of writing a song, yeah, it can be hard. Like one of my other songs, probably the song I released right before this, Bro Let It Go, probably took like 8 months. Like sometimes I take the longest breaks. Like I'll just go back. I'll write like I wrote it in the Philippines last I was there in July. So I was in the Philippines in July. I made the song on my iPad, wrote some lyrics, took a break. I was like, I'll catch up with that later. But then I released it in February, right? So that's a while. Um, but yeah, but sometimes, yeah. So it really depends. Like when you really feel the groove, when you feel the beat, when you feel the lyrics, when you experience something new, like oh shoot, or when you think of something, right? That's kind of what kind of refreshes you. So yeah,
Wait, so in between those 8 months, were you working on any other songs at the time, or was
yeah. I
it
was
just
just
like an 8 month, like let me just take a break and like how come?
I was working on it like probably like every other week or something. But yeah, I just work on like I said, like you're not always gonna make good songs. So I made like probably 4 or 5 songs between that, but it's like they're crappy, like not good at all. Like not yet. No substance, no, it doesn't even fit my sound, but it's like, hey, I'm just creating. But yeah, it's cool. It's just a cool, it's a cool thing to do.
Yeah, I feel like it's fun to just make different sounds, and then if you don't like it, you don't have to release it on Spotify
Yeah,
for yourself to
exactly,
listen to.
exactly.
Okay, cool. So now I want to move on to the House of Blues, and
Mhm.
I want to talk about that. So, what was your experience like playing there? Did you just go through that whole day? How did you feel? Like all of that.
Yeah, so that was like my first show for myself, which is like really cool. Yeah, so it was on a Sunday with my homies. Yeah, we got there like it was hot. Like I sweat. So like when I get nervous, I sweat, my pits get sweaty. So you already know how I was over there. My pits were sweaty, but it was cool. I was excited. My first show ever. Yeah, so we got there around 7. Um, but my actual call my time to go on was like 8:30. It was a great experience because like just to say like, hey, I sold out my tickets that I had, like that's cool. Like that's how you know you have like friends. Like they
Mhm.
weren't necessarily like my fans yet, but like those were my friend, like literally my friends. Like they shared it to their friends, and I shared it to my friends, and then people actually took the time to buy the tickets and go and watch me and my friends on stage. That was a great experience. And yeah, so throughout that process, like we were practicing maybe like 2 to 3 times a week because we can't every day because we're still in school and stuff, right?
Mhm.
But yeah, it was a great experience. We got there. Yeah, so there was a bunch of other opening acts. There wasn't really a lot. There wasn't too many people. But then like I was like, hey, where's all my friends? Are they coming? But like right when I went on, because I was in like the back room in the green room, just chilling and talking to the artists and stuff. And then when we came out, like everyone was there. I was like, whoa, this is so cool. And like I said, Professor Roberts, my professor, actually came out to watch me and support me and some of my friends and my
Aw.
classmates and stuff. I was like, dang, this is so dope. Thank you guys so much for coming. And yeah, like I said, you're not always gonna get the good stuff first. So I feel like my first performance wasn't the best, but yeah, like the mics weren't as loud as I thought they were. Like I had to like kind of shout in it, but I should have told the sound engineer like, "Hey, can you turn me up?" Because my family, they were saying like, "Yeah, you should have just we couldn't hear you at the front. You should have just told them to turn up the mic, and I'm like, oh dang, I know I couldn't even hear myself. I should have told them. So
Aw.
yeah, it was a really cool experience though. The music and just the lights, the whole vibe, everything, like it was a blessing. It was dope.
Oh, that's nice. That's like a good like I feel like that's like what gets you going, like to have that first show and now you know what it feels
Yeah,
like, so now you like want more and it's like
super fun,
yeah,
super
so
fun.
how did you even like come across like playing there? Like did you reach out to someone or like how did that
Yeah, actually, it was the promoter at Chain Reaction as well. So that was actually my first show, but it wasn't with for my music. It was for my friend's music, and he was the one that like played his show, and he's like, "Man, I don't want to do that anymore." And I was like, "All right, just give me the number so I can play it." So he gave me this guy's number, and I texted him. I was like, "Hey, do you have any other shows that are coming up? Um, I'd be down to play. That'd be really cool for me and my friends." And he was like, "Yeah, just gotta do some stuff, da da da, sign some papers, and you could play." And I was like, "Whoa, this is cool." So I hit up my friends. I'm like, "Hey, we gotta practice. It'll be really dope." And that's how that happened. Yeah,
Oh, that's cool. That's nice. That's like I feel like that's so exciting.
it's really exciting. Yeah, but it kind of sucks now because we can't really play or like go out and do anything. So
Yeah.
kind of just home practicing other skills like
Mhm.
piano, like I said, Photoshop, learning some Photoshop. But yeah.
Are you working on any other projects at the moment or
Yeah. So my most recent two songs, Bro Let It Go and All Alone in My Room, those are my recent projects that I'm trying to work on. My second EP. My first EP was called One. My second EP mixtape is gonna be called Deuce. It's just funny. Two. That's I don't know. But yeah, that's what I'm working on right now. I have about 5 songs. Maybe want to add a sixth song with some acapella, but I don't know. That's really hard. So we'll see. But I have 5 songs in the vault right now. So we'll see how that goes.
well, good luck with that. I'll
Yeah.
be looking out for that. So, if you're up for it, would you like to sing for us a little bit?
Sure. Yes, I am down for that. Are you okay with that?
No, I'm ready to hear it. I want to hear it.
All right, let me get some water first. All right, so this one was from All Alone in My Room. So this is my most recent one. Um, Let me know if you could hear it. Can you hear this?
Mhm. Yeah, I can hear it.
So this one's called All Alone in My Room. This is my recent one. I'll just play a little bit. I'm not gonna play the whole thing.
Okay.
But, know what you're talking about. Yeah, you have my love, no doubt. I hate how the story ends, just how you end up with him. I pictured us together. I framed it on the wall of my memories, but now we're just strangers. I ain't even get no call on my telly, but you know you're my number one. The only one I ever loved. Can't ever take back anything. Wish I had a time machine. What went wrong if you ask me? I didn't read between the lines. The fine print evaded my tired eyes. Wanna say I'm sorry. I wanna say I'm sorry now. Oh, all alone in my room. All alone in my room. Got me all alone. Yeah. All alone. All alone. All alone in my room. All alone in my room. Got me all alone. Yeah. All alone. All alone. So that's from my most recent one.
Oh, that was great. I loved it. That was like a little Zoom concert, a little short Zoom concert.
Yeah. Yeah, you can check that out on Apple Music, Spotify. that was one that like I actually cried to writing. Like I've never cried to a song writing that.
Oh,
But if you want to listen to that, there's a lot of emotion in that one. It's really cool. One of my other friends was on it as well. But yeah, I love writing that song as well. So it was a really cool experience.
wait, so for your Spotify and iTunes, is it just your name that you look up?
Yeah, so you guys could just find me at Spotify, Apple Music, iTunes, whatever, YouTube as well. Just Benzer, Benzer. I actually have my website as well. I've been trying to just learn like a bunch of like skills and a lot of like visual stuff because like a lot of people pay for stuff like that, you know. But if you can learn it
Mhm.
yourself, this makes it better. So yeah, you can also check me out at benzeruy.com. So yeah.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so now this leads to my last question. Do you have any advice for other artists who want to make it in the music industry?
Yeah, so I've asked that to a lot of like celebrities and like producers that I've even encountered myself. They say obviously, I not obviously because like some people are kind of jerks, but I think the main thing is to like stay true to yourself, like be yourself, you know. Don't try to conform to others. Because like a lot of that you could definitely become fake, you know, and when you do that, you kind of lose who you are. You lose what kind of person you are, you know.
Mhm,
And yeah, like no one wants to work with a douchebag, you know. So I think that's a given. It just makes it easier when you kind of are open to others and you're open to learning. Like what I'm trying to do, like I'm trying to learn more things, you know. Like if it sucks, like tell me, let me know. Like if it doesn't look good, like if I made like a little drawing or something, if I make this beat, like tell me if it sucks. Like be okay with um critiques and criticisms and stuff.
mhm.
Another thing I would say, like I want to, if people are gonna actually watch this, I want to give them some information.
Go ahead.
uh, yeah. What else is there? To make it in the music industry, yeah. Like I haven't even made it in the music industry yet, but like I feel like I'm making strides in where I want to be as well.
Mhm,
Like what Drake said, I really like what he said. Like it's not about like the numbers and stuff, but like if people are going and listening to your music, like going out to your shows, like you made it. Like you don't need no like Grammy award, you know? Like if you're making good quality music and like it's like it means something to someone, that's cool. Like that like if I never get like a Grammy or something, hopefully I get some money out of this, but but like yeah, like if it means something to someone, it's like, hey, like I connected with that song. Hey, I really like the lyrics. Like that's good for me, you know? Like be okay with creating art. Be okay with it like touching someone's heart. Lastly, I would say um yeah, like just keep going, you know? Like I said, I'm not even where I want to be exactly yet, but um I think it's a cool experience, like to see people who were like small, who didn't have like a big following and kind of work their way up, you know. Um, and that's what I want to do. Like I don't want to just like blow up. I wanna like be organic and kind of like I want to meet people like who listen to my stuff. I want to meet people who like have the same sound as me, and from there like blow up together. Like I want to see everybody win, you know? So that'd be really cool. So yeah, just keep striving. Keep like the first thing in music is like if you have all this music, um, but you don't release it, like how is anyone gonna know if it's good or like how it is? So put out your music. If it sucks, I'll let you know. I'm just kidding. But yeah, like put out music. If it sucks, like who cares? Like try it out first. But I mean, like keep striving, keep going for what you want to do. um yeah, don't be too hard on yourself. So that's what I gotta say.
mm,
I have one more thing, sorry, one last thing. um I listen to I don't know if you know who Mac Ayres is, but he's like one of my favorite artists. And he said like if you don't like wake up and like think about music and that's not what you want to do, like I don't think that's for you, you know. Like when you have a passion for something, it should be like what drives you as well. Like I love music. I listen to it every day. Try to make some things every day. Like if you don't like what you're doing, like why even do it? You know? So
Yeah, well, that is all the time we have for today. So I just want to thank you again. I want to thank our guest, Benzer Uy, for joining us. Until next time, I'm your host, Chan Williams, and thank you for watching In Focus.